This is the area where Bill wants to plant beans, and this area needs to be tilled with the rototiller. I tried doing the tilling about a week ago and it was just way too wet. I did take care of some of the weeds, but the weeds are growing fast. Over here are the cages for the tomatoes, and I need to move these cages, which are made out of cattle fencing. I need to move these down to the other garden for the tomatoes. So it's time to start working. So I'm in the garden. I was just here, I think it was less than a week ago, and I tried to weed the garden. And it definitely needs to be weeded again. So over here we have the pepper plants, and here are the tomatoes. So I guess I should count the tomatoes in order to figure out how many cages I need to bring down from the shop. Here's the lettuce and radishes, and Bill thinks I need to do some weeding in between here. The peas are really growing, and I need to train them a little bit so that they will grow up this fence. Let's see how the cucumbers are doing. They're growing. I could plant some more cucumbers in here. And then over here I planted some cantaloupe. I see the cantaloupe, it looks like it's just starting to come up. Here's some, I think. Not cantaloupe, what am I saying? Squash. Here's the other squash. And while I was here last time, here's a pepper plant that I planted way over here. Kind of past the line of peppers. Gosh, some of these peppers are already starting to grow. That's a good sized pepper there. I don't know if you can see it. So I started planting some sunflower seeds. I want to see if I can see if any of them are growing over here. I cleared out the weeds. I'm going to have to look carefully so I can figure out which are the sunflower seeds. I know that the sunflowers that I started growing at the house, the birds ate off the top of the seeds as they were growing. So I want to be careful I'm not pulling out the flowers that I'm trying to grow as a surprise for little Charlie. She'll be surprised if she comes and sees huge sunflowers bigger than her, bigger than the fence. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 times 2. So that would be like 38. 38 cages I need to bring over. So you might notice that I have my pack, and I can drink when I get thirsty. That helps me to last a little bit longer while I'm working. Eastern white pine tree. I was here a week ago, and all I did was just barely touch the needles, and tons of yellow pollen came down. It's kind of pretty looking at the new growth. And something that I like about this tree is that this is one of the best climbing trees I've ever seen. I would even be tempted to climb this. I might save a little time if I take these cages and just kind of roll them down the hill. Then I won't have to carry them so far. Yeah, look, they're going to go where they need to go, sort of. I want to show you some things. I have been busy getting the rest of the cages out, and a lot of plants have been growing in between the cages that were on the ground or near the ground. And this is bed straw. As you can see, I have some of it sticking to me. And this is the plant that I call the Velcro plant because it's sticking to my glove. See how it's been growing all around the rim of this cage? Pine tree. You can see all these vines growing up it. This is Virginia creeper, not poison ivy, not poison oak. But if you look closely, you will see some poison ivy mixed in here. So just in case I touch poison ivy while getting these cages out, I'll need to be sure to wash good with soapy water, maybe even some Germ-X. Here's another interesting plant. I don't know if you can tell that it's very prickly. I wouldn't want to touch it. I believe this is thistle. And this plant here is plantain. It's really, everything is really growing very well here. Weeds, we've had, and garden plants are growing fast too. It's because of all the... So I finally got all the cages about down here, and I found some wild strawberries. I think they're called Indian strawberries. They're not garden. I did some weeding around the lettuce and radishes. Spent a little time weeding and trying to train the peas. And I weeded the tomatoes. 2 long rows of tomatoes. And as I was wearing out, I weeded the 2 rows of peppers. And I am worn out and thirsty.